Okay, some of you might know, around Mother's Day I posted on my Facebook page about how awesome my mom is. How she told me one day that my dad was planning on helping me get a set of weights when I was about 10 years old. She did a lot of other really awesome stuff for me, making sure I had all the food I needed for bodybuilding contests and stuff like that. I'm going to get back to that at another time. Right now I want to talk about my dad, Larry. Most of the stuff in this gym wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. We'll start with the power rack. A very, very good friend of mine made this. I think we were just out of high school. He did a great job on it, but we didn't know what we were doing. We were just out of high school. It was the first one he'd ever made. He made it a little bit too big. There was only a couple holes in it. Anyway, me and my dad took it a few years later. All these holes here, me and my dad in his garage, we drilled these holes in, made sure they were all even, so they went, safety rack. He made these little hooks here for the bars. He made the safety bars here that go in to this power rack. Boom, all the way up and down. You can adjust these hooks all the way up and down. Made these bars right here, which if you put inside the dip rack or inside the power rack, you put both bars in, it makes a really nice dip rack. While he was making this power rack, he decided we put on a new chin-up bar up over here, and he made this V-handled chin-up bar for it, which is pretty freaking awesome. You don't see these very much. Okay. Then, a lot more stuff. Like I said, most of the stuff wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. This trap bar. He made this trap bar. Boom. Made that for me. Got it put together, and same good friend that made the squat rack ended up welding that after my dad got it all put together and ready for him. He made this, I believe it's called a Swiss bar. He made this. Pretty freaking awesome. Let's see, he made this T-bar row back here. He drove me to Ohio where we picked up, we picked up this dumbbell rack, we picked up this weight tree, we picked up some of these plates, we picked up some York plates out there, we picked up these 65-pound dumbbells, and I think we paid $65 for it. And I'm pretty sure he paid part of that too. Look at this. He made this awesome sled. Boom. Then he got me this badass rope to pull it with. Bam. I wanted to make some sandbags. He looks on Craigslist, gets all these horse feed bags, then finds a bunch of free sand and make us a bunch of sandbags. Then he calls me up one day and says, "Hey, look what I got for 20 bucks. You got a couple 80-pound sandbags and some 100-pound sandbags and a freaking sandbag workout routine that went with it." More of our sandbags over here. I have a 6, a 10, a 15, and a 20-pound sledgehammer. My dad got them for me. I have a 50-pound weighted vest over there. He got 2 Olympic bars. That one right here, and this one over here, which is a little bit smaller diameter. I think it might be. Speaking of bars, this right here, it's a thick bar. This bar is 70 pounds. Found it at the scrap yard. It's actually 68 pounds. These collars are a pound a piece. He found those, put them on there, boom, 70-pound bar. Pretty freaking awesome. Like I said, most of the stuff in here wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. I mean, even down to that scale right there. He got me that, doctor's scale. Pretty freaking awesome. This anatomy chart. Half of this stuff, most of this, 90% of this stuff wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Larry Clark. He doesn't have a Facebook page, but I know he's going to see this anyway. Happy Father's Day, Dad.